It's great to see the British Film Festival is about to begin November 1st to the 29th at the Classic, Take Two, at the Palace Cinemas across Australia. And the British Film Festival is curated by Kim Petalas. Kim, welcome to Movie Metropolis.
Thank you, Peter.
Now, it's great to see all these film festivals at Palace, and British is one of the highlights. And we had a chance to see Ken Loach's new film, The Old Oak, which is a really wonderful film.
Yeah, look, the Old Oak's one of my highlights in the festival. I mean, it's Ken Loach at his best. Again, it could potentially be his last film, unfortunately. But I mean, nobody um showcases films with class structures and batting for the underdog like Ken Loach does. And I think this is one of his finest works.
It is. It is certainly a highlight. And we also should mention the opening night film. Can you talk about that one film, One Life, with Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah, look, that's an incredibly moving film. It's the story of a true story of Sir Nicholas Winton, who is almost known as the British Schindler, who helped save hundreds of children from Europe just before World War II. It's an incredibly moving film, and the film actually really affected me in a beautiful way. I had the lump in my throat. Tears welling up, but again, not in a sad way, in a very, very emotional way. And it's a film that I'm so proud that we have as the opening night selection.
Okay, excellent. Now, I noticed that your camera is on, Kim, so if you want to turn it off, that's fine. That's up to you. All right.
No,
Now,
that's fine, Peter.
okay, excellent. Now, a film that I'm sure will appeal to lots of film critics is a film called The Critic with Ian McKellen.
Yeah, I mean that's it's a film that I just couldn't believe how good it was. I mean, Sir Ian McKellen makes wonderful films, but this one here is one out of the box. And as you said before, I think all critics are really going to embrace the film. It's set in the I think it's the 1920s, and it's based on a Anthony Quinn's novel, Curtain Call. Sir Ian McKellen, wonderful as usual, and Gemma Arterton, who's a great actress, and the film. Really, really delivers in spades, and it becomes quite a suspenseful thriller at times. But it is a really masterful film.
Ah, looking forward to it. And I noticed that Glenda Jackson's last film and p possibly Michael Caine's last film, The Great Escaper, is in the program.
Yeah, the Great Escape is another film based on a true story. It's a true story of the Michael Caine character who left his old people aged care retirement home to go to the I think it was the 70th celebration of the D-Day in Normandy, and it's got two of Britain's finest actors in it. As you said, Glenda Jackson and Michael Caine. Unfortunately, it was Glenda's final film before she passed away, and Michael Caine only announced in the past week that it's his final film also. So the film is a real farewell to us to such British icons.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I'm so pleased to see that you've got Golda, the story of Golda Meir with Helen Mirren playing Golda.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a very strong film, and we all know how what a renowned actress Helen Mirren is. She's really unrecognizable in this film, and the film is, it's I suppose it's topical today with what's happening in the world, but it is a suspenseful film about the war at the time with Golda Meir, being the Prime Minister of Israel, and um, yeah, and Mirren's just absolutely outstanding in it. And as I said before, you can barely recognize that it's her because of the prosthetics and the makeup that she carries in the film.
Okay, looking forward to it. Now, I noticed that you've got a documentary, which again, film buffs are going to really enjoy. My Name is Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, I mean that is a really well researched documentary, and it virtually shows bits of every Alfred Hitchcock film. It's a real profile on the master of suspense, and anybody that has an interest in cinema, in particular Alfred Hitchcock, they're going to be in for a real treat with this documentary. And we can see already from the early sales that people are certainly embracing the opportunity of seeing that film in the British Film Festival.
Yes. And speaking of documentaries, you've also got one about Noel Coward called Mad About the Boy.
Yeah, Mad About the Boy against a wonderful documentary about such an icon of Britain, as such a talented person. It deals with his personal life, his sexuality, and also what a wonderful artist he was in the 20th century. Somebody who grew up in poverty and became such an incredible playwright.
Yes, yes. Always like to see restorations and retrospectives and so on. And I'm so pleased that you're playing Tommy.
Yeah, look, Tommy is it's a wonderful film directed by Ken Russell. This is a new, as you said, 4K restoration, which looks absolutely amazing on the laser projector at the Astor Cinema, and it's based on the rock opera from The Who and stars Roger Daltrey as the lead character. But it's got incredible cameos in the film. There's Elton John, singing the Pinball Wizard, and Tina Turner. And then, other great performances in the film, including Oliver Reed and also Anne Margaret.
Mm. I remember seeing the film a number of years ago. It is an excellent film, and the restoration, especially sound as well as visuals, I'm sure will be a real highlight.
Certainly is. Really go and see that film because it's one out of the box.
Yes. Now, I must say you've been a bit brave. I've had a look at the retrospective films, and it's good to see Morgan and Prime of Miss Jean Brodie, Howard's End, Remains of the Day, Women in Love. But you've also scheduled Caligula, the full R-rated version.
Yeah, this is a completely restructured version of what we saw in the cinemas uh, back in I think it was 1981. Or this is a film that all the scenes are very different, completely different. And for
Ah,
example, Helen Mirren was in the original film for I think it was 11 minutes. In this film, she's in it for over an hour.
ah.
Um, and I know that Malcolm McDowell's, I think he distanced himself from the original film, but after seeing this version, he is just embracing this film,
Ah.
and he's incredibly proud of the work that the film actually is today.
Oh, that is excellent to hear. I'm certainly looking forward to seeing that restored version, that re-edited version. Excellent. I notice you've also got a film that has a guest attached to it, the director, the wife and her house husband.
Yeah. Look, we have Marcus Marcoux coming out to Melbourne and Sydney, and he's going to be doing a Q&A session at Cinema Como and also an introduction at the Baldwin Cinema. But Marcus Marcoux is a real talent. This film is very raw. It's about a relationship that's breaking down and the possibility of reconciliation. It's got two incredible performances by the two main leads. And Marcus is very interesting because Marcus self-distributes his films in the UK, and he's been very successful with that. And we really look forward to having him here in Australia to, just talk to us about the way he goes about releasing his films, um, the grittiness of his films, and also um, a couple of films that he's got lined up for the future.
Ah, excellent news. It's good that you can have guests again and all that after our awful COVID situation. I noticed the closing night film features Timothy Spall, who I remember interviewing last year, I think, and Olivia Colman in a film called Wicked Little Letters.
Yeah, this is one of those, wonderful period films. It's a thriller. It's a story of somebody that's receiving all these kind of threatening letters, and it becomes a bit of a like almost a whodunit, who's sending these letters. It's based on a true story. It actually happened in the 1920s, and it's a real quality film. And again, really fortunate to have such a strong film, closing the festival.
Yes, yes, excellent to see that. And I also noticed you've got a biopic of Samuel Beckett, played by Gabriel Byrne in a film called Dance First.
Yes, yeah. Dance First Again is it's made by the award-winning director James Marsh, and Gabriel Byrne plays Beckett, and who had such a I suppose complex life, both publicly and personally. He did win the Nobel Prize, and it's a film that really showcases his talent, and also some of the tumultuous relationships he had.
Okay, and just one more. I know we're running out of time. Pretty Red Dress looks like an interesting film.
Yeah, Pretty Red Dress is a film that it actually took me by surprise. It's one of the last films I saw at the online screenings of the European film market, and back in February. And it was on a Sunday morning, and from the opening scenes, the film absolutely blew me away. It was just full of energy. It deals with a relationship between a couple. He gets out of prison. She's rehearsing to play Tina Turner on the London West End, and she purchases a red shimmy dress. And without giving too much away, there is the Pretty Red Dress is central to everything that happens in the film, and it's a film that it's got wonderful Tina Turner music and outstanding performances, full of energy and a brave and original film.
Okay, excellent news. So if people want to book tickets and see these films and many others, there's over 20 plus screening at this year's British Film Festival. I suppose people go to Palace Cinema's website.
You can go onto the Palace Cinemas website or go direct to the British Film Festival, www.britishfilmfestival.com.au.
And of course, this festival is screening across Australia. So hope it all goes well, Kim.
Thank you so much, Peter. Really appreciate your time again.
My pleasure. Kim Petalas, the curator of the British Film Festival. Thank you so much.
Thank you.